Good morning. It's 12:12. It's the 12th of December, 2025. Big day. Lots of things going on. Lots of questions. Hopefully we've got some answers. Why was Charlie Kirk taken out in the pantomime? Well, there's a lot of people say because he turned on Israel. There's an element of truth to that, for sure. But what worried Israel the most was not what he was saying, it was who was listening. And the younger generation from the campuses, from the universities, were listening. And that scared the living daylights out of the cabal, Israel, and the people who've assumed control for many, many years. Good morning, Paul. You have some amazing news.
Charlie, I do. I have the absolute privilege to say this story. President Trump has announced a full federal pardon for Tina Peters, the former Colorado clerk serving a 9-year state prison sentence for breaching voting systems in an effort to support Trump's 2020 fraud claims. While the pardon has no legal impact on her state conviction, it's ramping up political pressure on Colorado officials to release her or move her into federal custody. State leaders, including Governor Jared Polis and Attorney General Phil Weiser, insist the conviction stands and that only Colorado, not the White House, has the power to set Peters free.
Well, this is all part of the exposure. This is exposing corruption. You know, you live in the UK. There's rapists and murderers going free, and there's people going to prison for TikToks and retweets. This is what the world's become. But if you told the world this 3 years ago, they wouldn't believe you. You have to see it. You have to feel the pain. And sadly, Tina Peters has felt the pain. And a shout out to many people. There are many who've been involved in getting this pardon and will continue to make sure that she does get released, and rightfully so. There's a lot going on right now. Keep your eyes open.
Well, Charlie, my next story. Reports are emerging that the US has quietly floated a plan to form a new five-nation bloc, including Russia, China, India, and Japan, to sideline the G7. The idea, reportedly found in an early draft of America's new security strategy, proposes a core five group that would hold regular summits and focus first on Middle East security.
Isn't that interesting? Suddenly Japan and America want to join BRICS, but they won't call it that. They'll call it the G5, just to make it look like that America's still in control. But the truth is the big people in the world now are coming together. And what that does is brings an end to this globalist agenda, because Russia won't be a part of it. China won't be a part of it. India won't be a part of it, although they flip-flop. That's why they wear flip-flops in India, because they do flip-flop all the time. But they'll realize very, very quickly what's going on. And America and Japan are now playing catch up, but they're coming together with the right people. Because if America, Russia, China, Japan, India come together, that's the world. The EU is a failed project. We're watching it fall apart. And you can bet your life that countries like Spain, Italy, Germany, France, the people of these countries will go, I'm in. We're going to come with you. But it won't be the EU, because they failed. They failed their people. They failed everybody. But this is a time of change, a very, very important part of change. And we're blessed to be alive to watch it happen. Are you enjoying it?
Well, Charlie, talking about enjoying the collapse of the EU brings me into my next story. In Bulgaria, the government has resigned following weeks of mass anti-corruption protests, Prime Minister Rosen Zeliakov announced he and his cabinet would step down ahead of a sixth no confidence vote, despite expecting to survive it. The unrest erupted after a controversial budget proposal and long-standing anger over corruption. This comes just weeks before Bulgaria is set to join the Eurozone community on January the 1st.
Well, look, I've got a very close affiliation with Bulgaria, and yes, it is extremely corrupt. Is it as corrupt as America has been? Probably not, but it's more visual. America and the UK and Europe were probably 10 times more corrupt than Bulgaria will ever be. But Bulgaria does it in a very primate sort of way. It's very open to be seen. Lots of money disappearing. The roads are in terrible shape. The infrastructure is in terrible state. And now they're just about to join the euro, which will make the prices go through the roof. The sad thing is a lot of poverty there, a lot of very poor people there, and it's going to affect them. And that's tough. That's really tough. And the people are waking up and standing up against them. And my thoughts and prayers are with you in Bulgaria, because you've been led down a path to join the euro that maybe I don't agree with, because your Bulgarian lev, probably worth more than the euro as it collapses in plain sight. But what I will say is the future for Bulgaria will look a lot better when the collapse of the EU happens and you get back your power, and you will have maybe a new currency, but it'll be a better one, a strong one. But you have to go through the pain first, a bit like giving birth. You give birth, and then once the pain's over, you realize what you've actually got. But you're going to have to go through a painful period of time. I don't know how long that will take. But we're in a special time now. It's a good time to be alive, to see what's happening. But without pain, there is no gain. And we're seeing that right now. That was the news on the 12th of the 12th, 2025. We'll see you we won't see you tomorrow. We'll see you on Monday. And if you're on the Insiders Club, we'll talk more about what we talked about in the news today on the Insiders Club tomorrow on Saturday. We'll see you there. Have a good day.
Take care, everyone. God bless.
Noble Gold. Real assets. Real value. Your wealth protected.